talking about the NBA free agency 2017-2018 period. We still got some moves left to be made, but I'm going to talk about the moves right now. We got Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets agreeing with the sign and trade of 7 players in the first-round draft pick for next year. I don't think this is a good move for Houston. You got 2 ball-dominant guards. Chris Paul has never came off ball before, so I don't know if he's going to be the primary point guard or what they're going to do with that. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays off into next season. Now we got Blake Griffin staying with the Clippers, which is interesting within itself. I mean, he got a big Supermax deal, $173 million. They still don't really have a point guard. Maybe he'll be more of a point forward like he was when Chris Paul was out. So it'll be interesting to see how that works, especially with him and DeAndre. So now they're there. Maybe they trade DeAndre for more. They lost JJ Redick too, so we'll see how that works out. But I'm interested to see now. This is officially Blake's team. He was by himself, wasn't like the first 2 years without Chris Paul, but he's coming off an injury, so we'll see how that works out. Maybe they'll be 6, 7, 8 seed. I don't see nothing more than that, honestly. Then we got Paul George going over to the Oklahoma City Thunder in a steal from Sam Presti, the best trade I've seen in a very long time. So honestly, we'll see how that works. Paul George can play off ball. Russell Westbrook, he was a willing passer last year, but that was with not a lot of talent surrounding him on the Oklahoma City squad. So we'll see how him coming off an MVP performance last year, averaging a triple-double, he's not going to be able to, have his usage rate be number 1 in the league like it was last year. So it'll be interesting to see those two, maybe, 4th or 5th seed I can see them being, but I don't see them, maybe getting past the second round. And we got Jeff Teague in the Timberwolves. Now, this is a good thing. They got their own little small big 4, if you want to say, with Wiggins, Towns, Teague, and Jimmy Butler. So it'll be interesting to see how these work out. To me, they fit perfectly. He's not as good a passer as Rubio is, but he still can draw the defense in. He still can make some moves in the paint. Still a willing passer. He's more of a shoot-first point guard, but he still is a willing passer in that system. So it'll be interesting to see. We got small moves like Patty Mills staying with the San Antonio Spurs. Nobody really saw him leaving. They did pay him $50 million, quietly, but I think it'll be a good fit. They got him even if Tony Parker leaves or if something happens to him, he gets hurt or anything like that. So it's a good move for the Spurs. Got a small move like Tony Snell staying with the Milwaukee Bucks. Good 3-point shooter, good defender. Really upped his 3-point percentage last year. Showed he was really good in playoffs. So that's a good move for them, especially with Jabari Parker missing last year with another injury. So we'll see how that goes out in the East. Got Drew Holiday staying with the New Orleans Hornets in a big major deal, which was they needed him very, very badly. There was no other point guards on the market really that were going to actually leave their current team. So it was perfect for him to stay there, which is good for them. Now they got their point guard of the future set for a couple years. So now they can, as Bookie gets in the free agency next season, then they can, already have some cohesiveness. So hopefully they'll make the playoffs, which I'm thinking they'll make the 6th or 7th, 8th seed. Now you got the Denver Nuggets and Paul Millsap agreeing to deal. So we'll see how this works. He's getting paid $30 million a year. I want to see how him and Jokovic play together. That's going to be some big, tall towers in the middle. Maybe, 5th seed, maybe 8th seed. But I got the Timberwolves and Taj Gibson agreeing to the deal, which is going to be interesting to see. They couldn't get Paul Millsap. He wanted way too much money. But him and Tibbs and Jimmy Butler getting together, this Timberwolves team, to me, is a dark horse in the Western Conference next year. Then you got Serge Ibaka, him staying with the Raptors. No surprise here. Valanciunas didn't prove really effective against the Cavs, so they're going to have to keep Serge Ibaka, and they got to keep Kyle Lowry. I know he wanted to leave and go somewhere else, maybe get out of the East, but the West is loaded as well. He saw nobody wanted to sign him, and he just stayed with the Raptors. They're going to be consistently top 4 seed, not getting past the Eastern Conference, not even the Cavs, so they're going to be remain the same to me. You got Zach Randolph going to the Kings as the West still gets loaded, and they got George Hill going to the Kings as well, which is interesting to me because that team is young. I don't know what they're trying to do. It's good moves, but maybe if they weren't rebuilding. So I'm going to make more of these videos. I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate it.